Oh. TI winners. Better. So.
Very good analysis. Thank you. I guess I was going to go Nigma, but since you guys both went for them, I'll go for EG to make sure that we're not truly biased. Let's see again what our casters have to say. Mr. Lacoste and Gareth.
I have fun.
Hello there, Sun fan. How are you doing? Yeah, here we are as we've got Nigma's Tournament Lives on the line, TI Direct Invite Live on the line, and Evil Genius is looking real hot this draft, no different, right? And I think we saw the players considering whether or not they want to do that trial lane. iceiceice giving a nice little, yeah, sure, of course I can.
Yeah, I think that's what he asked him, like, do you want to go solo? We do a trial lane with the Tusk, something that EG has done during the Singapore Major quite a lot. Like I talked before this series, the Fogged and Cinderin were like, why is Tusk not picked? What I still feel the hero is really good, and here he is. I feel like this hero is underpicked. What he does, you have a block ability, you have a snowball save, you have a like anti-tank built in, you have
laning
taking potential, BKB piercing abilities, so many stuff that like it's just there. It's built into the hero. Why not use it?
Yeah, well, I think when you think about hero kind of toolkits and the abilities, you know, in the game, Oracle has a lot of them, right? With his disarm, his heals, his dispels, and catch and stuff like that. Tusk is very similar in that regard, with a lot of spells in his arsenal that do many different things. You mentioned the snowball save against what, like Clockwork Cogs, Mars Arena, and also the ability to gap close onto people like the Ember Spirit or the Morphling, who could, under normal circumstances, be a little bit slippery.
No matter where this Tidehunter goes, he is going to have a good time. There is not a single ability in this game that he's afraid of, so we'll be able to get the Ravage off in the team fights. They cannot take it down from 100 to 0. You build that hood, you become so tanky early on, and then you can play with the Ravage.
Nice little bit of split screen there. Body blocks coming out of the Morphling and that puck. And we did see, of course, the bit of a change up at the end of the draft. Some of us expecting maybe the Mars to go mid, maybe that Miracle would be grabbing at the Ember Spirit, but in the end, here's Miracle Morphling on that mid lane up against Arbed's puck. How does this one usually go? Just farm trade until level 6, then we see?
It's a very skilled matchup. Morphling needs to be careful. If you like misuse your shift once, Puck could potentially surprise you with the Banning Rift. If you're close to the AoE, Puck this time around, starting with the 4 branches, will be able to eat 1 and maybe even 2 if necessary, but a lot of early stats, and we see crit. Like this is a super strong combo. You have extra summons with the tag team, a lot of harassment coming out already. I want to see what the build on Tusk is going to be this time around. To go back one more time to Singapore Major, he was always building drums.
Oh yeah.
Not the item that is popular these days, but something that Tusk has been doing, especially crit.
I think in SA we saw a fair amount of Tusk picked up, and there's lots of different builds. There's like the Phase Boots Falcon Blade Blink build. We saw the Tranquil's drums, little bits and bobs here and there.
It's too many items if you go for like Orb into like Falcon Blade. It's too much mana. It delays your Blink Dagger. You might get one of those. Our observer pointed out that Rocket Flare is available on Clockwork. Been able to secure the range creep, harass them quite a bit, and now with the change, this should potentially be a kill. But there's a full creep wave. Getting close. The Ring of Health, close, you need still like 6-7 CS, but once you get that, and also Fly needs to bring some extra region. We see more and more where like position 5s are playing from the offlane. Miracle dropping low.
Oh, gets the water rune. I mean, Arbed was toying with him a little bit there. He orbed to the top, waited for his bottle to come in so he can refill it with the rune, even trying to sneak a second one. And Miracle, a step ahead, still taking a lot of chip damage. In the meanwhile, though, CS-wise, between the two of them, very even. Only one last hit between them. 8-3 versus 7-3. While across the board, Evil Geniuses feels like they're having a more comfortable time in these lanes, just getting farm, getting CS. They will be expending a fair amount on salves, regen to keep them in the lanes, because there's, like we see from LTW, a lot of chip damage, that harassment comes through little by little over time.
I mentioned that a lot of 5 Lions are playing the off lane. because you want to ruin the enemy safe lane. You feel stronger than some position 4s, and also like the mana drain, and also abilities that keep the distance, stun the clockwork. I think that's the big one.
Ice. In terms with the gush and the anchor smashing
Like
fly.
13-1 charges, KuroKy is more than fine, has a healing self to work with.
Even had a fairy fire too.
Yeah, he becomes so tanky. Clockwork, one of the heroes that has a lot of strength gain per level, 3.5.
That's huge. He does become a tanky monster. Ice. Trying to regen slowly there. Miracle. Dead even in the mid lane, and again, if there's been no kills by this point, it seems like it'll be unlikely in the next couple of minutes until they do hit level 6 on the puck. Might see some rotations into one of these side lanes. GH dragging the Treants away from that top lane. Wonderful Mars 12 and 3, not struggling too much. Everyone having a pretty calm laning stage, but iceiceice might turn from calm to panic as quickly as this. Chains and battery assault. He tries to move back towards the creep wave as mind control actually gets first blood on RTZ in another side lane. 2 kills. Come out for Team Nigma.
As I said, went from calm into panic again, and then he dies. Or more like calm into panic into calm. You become calm. Once you die, you TP full HP, full mana to the lane. 2 good kills on the side lanes from Nigma. Mid lane, Miracle, doing well. Same amount of CS as a puck. Right now has a magic one, has a fairy fire, so you can always toy with it.
I'm glad you know your memes, Lacoste.
I know. Yeah.
Another dive up top. MC doesn't have anything else to give, but Crit going to get forced out of that lane. And Evil Geniuses have gone from a situation where they were the ones levying their position, pressing forward with tag team and the right clicks of Prophet, to now being on the back foot as Nigma hit their levels and get some aggression of their own. And nice little small camp stacked up there. Puck, of course, one of the better heroes to clear it out with the Orb Waning Rift. I feel like that small camp, it's less about the gold and more just about experience, like hitting level 6 faster, being able to rotate and move across the map.
Yeah, something that can make the difference. You kill 1, maybe 2 small camps, you get the extra level 6, you have the advantage.
GH baiting Crit in a little bit, still holding dive. Throws out some fire spirits. Mind control with the bullet. Tanky and strong stands his ground against the Prophet, while RTW taking some hits from the big man.
That was good.
What's the Tide holding there? What's his weapon? Is that a boat?
What is that?
What is that? It's like a seashell on the end of a stick.
It is a seashell.
It's a mace. Tidehunter's mace made up of a seashell. It's got some big spikes on it too.
You're a marine biologist, Gary.
looks like a
You
conch.
know all that stuff.
Arbed grabs up the regeneration rune. Nigma couldn't get KuroKy there in time, and Bounty Rune also going to get snagged by Fly. Still getting himself in these sneaky spots though, scouting out the stacks. KuroKy knows what one of the later moves for EG is going to be, is clear out these stacks with a Prophet or even the Tidehunter. He'll keep Fly away from the bottom lane as well to keep that 1v1 between iceiceice and RTW. And even though it's melee versus melee, it's still all right for this Ember Spirit, right? He's got Flame Guard,
2 points in Flame Guard, they cannot remove it. The Tidehunter does not have enough magic damage. It's 100 and then level 1, so you can remove level 1 Flame Guard, but level 2, it's just not enough. Good blocks.
Yeah, some good shards. Even better spear though. Focuses the Prophet, knowing that the Tusk couldn't do the last remaining bits of damage.
Are you okay?
And Fly again.
Are you okay?
Embroiled in this extended little party with KuroKy. Just chasing him around. The Lion has to move into mid lane now.
Abed has regeneration. KuroKy was trying to scout things out. Are there any stacks? There is 1 big camp stacked and 1 ancient camp.
Yeah, time to build up a couple more of those.
Is under attack.
2 camps stacked by GH over in that Radiant Triangle. And so far, he's not been forced to dive, and he just dies. Are you okay indeed? Looked like he wanted to launch out that last Fire Spirit. Unexpected move there from RTZ, popping out the Treants.
This is America's class. South America, North America, safe lane, Nature's Prophet. Once you hit that level 6, there's so much more kill potential on the mid lane, on the side lane where you're playing, and the build pretty much always is the same. That Witchblade that gives you tankiness. It's the old Blade Mail build-up. You get Chainmail, you get Robe of Magi, and then like blitz knuckles. It's so much value coming up from the item. It's an easy build-up. One of the reasons why it's so popular.
Yeah, and honestly, Nature's Prophet is his talent tree and his stat game.
Yes,
like his stat game is ridiculous with his strength and agility, right?
Yeah, he gets 2.6 strength per level, agi 3.6, and 3.7 intelligence. So a lot of damage, a lot of armor, a lot of attack speed,
then his
decent amount of tankiness, and talents are like one of the best ones in the game.
Yeah.
You get 20 damage, you get attack speed, you get armor,
and cooldown reduction.
Yeah, if you have a lot of clickables, then no.
Bottom. iceiceice moves on to RTW and they pair it up with the coil. Arbet blows up the Ember Spirit and it looks like GH has also made his move down here.
GH needs to be careful. If he
He's
gets
going to have to dive.
He dies.
Well, he does come back a little bit, loops back towards iceiceice. Now the strength of the Prophet. In comes RTZ. TP's in and they make...
I don't think they defend this tower. There's still double damage for another 15-ish seconds on Abed. They have the treants, they can scout things out. And on the top lane, you only have Mars, who does not put pressure on the tower. If they want to make a rotation, they should try to get something done, possibly on the mid lane, but this tower's dead.
I try and chip away at that mid tower, but you're right. Bringing numbers down bottom. What was it, like a 3v2 to begin with, then a 4v1. It's RTZ.
Then 4 against 0.
Yeah.
This opens up the bottom part of the map.
That's so good for the Prophet, right? Because he can scout and push bot lane without actually showing himself. I think AUI has been calling it ghost pushing. The hero's nearby, shoving the wave, but not actually being open to threat or kill threat while he farms jungle camps nearby. So you accelerate even faster as this RTZ Prophet.
And when you lose that tier 1 tower on the bottom, it also opens up the map for enemy, which means you don't feel secure playing that part of the map. So you know that they're most likely going to be in a triangle. So if they want to use another smoke, they should go in with another coil and possibly invade a triangle. Abed right now just farming up the stacks very efficiently. Misses the small camp actually. Didn't time it correctly, but
it's fine.
It's all good. Has a keen optic, a bit more mana regen.
And yeah, that point you make about the bottom lane being unsafe, it's even more so. Like in a normal game, you feel unsafe, but against a Parker Prophet, even this snowballing Tusk, showing on that bot wave as RTW, you need defensive remnants and you need to be very wary of your positioning.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Nigma decide to go for their mid lane play, as we've seen in a number of their games. 10 minutes in.
Lion just collecting XP, wants to get level 6, and he gets it immediately.
Yeah,
Finger available.
Arena Spirit on crit, the snowball is going to delay his death, and he might survive off the back of it. He's still got the turnaround leash. Catching out the Miracle Morphling. Crit still alive as MC contributes him down at long last, but the Finger of Death and jump in. iceiceice going forward, but Arbet and RTZ clear through the Supernova while Mind Control getting picked off in the back by Arbet. Puck comes out with a double kill. They only lose their Tusk. It's that mid-tier 1 tower. The real position for Nigma moving towards it, but still alive.
Yeah, that was such a nice play from Fly. Tusk was staying out of XP range because he understood how much XP he needs to get to level 6, and 3 creeps dies. He gets the finger, on Mars. Unfortunately, does not get damage. They don't kill him fast enough. And with the catapult and some treants, they start putting some decent amount of damage on a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. Also keeping their mid tower alive, keeping their safe lane tower alive. Ravage is available, so they might fully commit to this fight.
Yeah, it's getting really spooky for Nigma because this EG lineup, it's ramping up so quickly. They've got the bot tower, they move into mid, they've got Ravage ready, I think, as the Observer was pointing out. Didn't have to use it in that previous fight either.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to use ability when it's on cooldown.
That is true. And he's just planting his body in that mid lane. How much of this is the fact, I think T-Governor was saying that Nigma need to get to like 20 minutes to really have their draft blossom into this actual proper fighting style with, of course, the RTW Ember and Miracle Morphling needing that time to get to their first items.
Can buy a lot of time if you don't get blown up. If you don't get jump, hex, silence, so you die instantly. But if you get the shift off, you give yourself enough time to be able to bring your teammates around you and make a turnaround play. So yeah, I'm really not understanding too much why there's no Tusk. Maybe I'm a big fan of the hero. I also like when one of the guys said that I sound like him. But, you know,
who said that?
There was just some guy tweeting at me, was very angry, like, why do I sound like Tusk? So yeah, it's a save inside the snowball. You don't like to play into root mechanics, need to be careful about the searing chains. Other than that, you should be okay.
Can you do a Tusk accent? Voice line?
I don't know. My brain's not working. I will have to, you know...
Listen to it first.
Listen to it first.
I think every time I try, I end up sounding like, it's a me, a Mario. I can't do Tusk properly.
No, I'll leave it to professionals.
Like Slacks. Oh, they set up.
Exactly.
Beautiful catch. Stunning to Hex, the coil on top.
Save that
RTW down to half
silence.
HP. The backup's coming from Nigma. The two TPs, Phoenix and Mars, arriving on the scene of the crime. And Kuroki has got Battery Assault and the two-man cogs. Beautiful setup, catching out the line, and a good rebuke on Arteezy. He's trying to TP, but the hook shot cancels it. Arteezy down, and Nigma. The response there onto the death of RTW pays off big time.
They punish. Nigma brings the numbers this time around and are able to turn things. Nature's Prophet going for Maelstrom. I would maybe love if that's a BKB. He can still swap things around, keep this Javelin, and buy a Mithril Hammer. So if the next fight like goes well, if he thinks he can buy a full BKB after Maelstrom, that's fine. Or can he just keep the Javelin? Because he needs to be able to protect himself.
Man, that two-hero cogs. Maybe EG could have split a little bit of that, but no delta movement from Evil Geniuses, getting caught both inside the trap designed by Kuroki. EG still considering that mid-tier 1 push. Always an option, of course, with the Tidehunter standing his ground. Good spike from Fly. Jump into the cogs, and this time he's outnumbered. Clockwork surrounded by 4 members of EG. Some vengeance.
What EG's lineup is really good at is taking Roche. If they survive with 5 heroes after they take one good fight, oh, Miracle. See, tag team, damage.
Very tanky, but I mean, there's 5 heroes there. You can be as tanky as you like, but if you're in a 1 versus 5, outnumbered like that, Evil Geniuses will take a fight any day of the week in that scenario.
If Ravage is online now with the tier 1 tower gone, they take another fight at the top part of the map, they can instantly transition that into Roche. They have enough sustain. Treants can block the damage, minus armor from Gush, and most importantly, tag team. Same item build on crit one more time once he's playing that Tusk, going into drums. Drums is 8 charges, so every single time he's on the map, if he needs to do something, he will pop it straight away.
Just use those drums up.
Money changes hands.
I mean, also very good discipline from EG in that fight, right? You mentioned the Ravage, but also the finger being held as the Martyr from Nigma destroys Abed, and GH diving towards crit. They don't land the hook shot. Supernova there, going to zone back iceiceice, fly and crit. Both trying to hold back this aggressive Nigma heroes, and Miracle into puck mode. Shorting forward, Adaptive Strike gets a double kill. iceiceice ravages out.
To shift off.
Is he going to be able to get any kills off the back of it, though? They'll stun up Kuroki, kill off the Clockwork, but Miracle and Mind Control from lining, forcing EG to hold back on their aggression.
Nature's Prophet ulti does not connect. A very moist move from Miracle there. He blinks in and with the waveform and gets a kill on Tusk, finishes him off, delays his drums, just the 300 gold away.
Do you call it moist?
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why? I think it's the most annoying word.
That
maybe.
word is reserved for 2 things: chocolate cake and chicken.
Wash chicken or
You do not wash your chicken, I'll tell you now.
If you wash your chicken, it's a moist chicken.
Disgusting. Don't wash your chicken. Don't listen to those people on Twitter.
It's non-debatable. I'm staying out of it. So yeah, Mars now has a Blink Dagger, can easily set things up. We saw the good execution from Nigma. Clockwork going in, setting things up, and then nice Arena into Spear combination. Arteezy actually finishes off the full Maelstrom, going a bit of a greedier route. Maybe Tusk needs to play with him, be able there to save him with the Snowball if they initiate with the Arena, or a hook shot.
Use those 2 trapping abilities as well, right? Sprout and Shards. 2 abilities to catch a couple of these heroes out as they spot GH. Quick dive away, Sunray TP. Off the face of the map.
Nothing wrong here, completely balanced.
As Dota2 is. It's just
Yeah, yesterday or the day before we saw interaction where Phoenix just flies over Winter's Curse. He completely ignores it.
And Sunray melts the ice, it thaws it down, and just floats over the top. A bit of relaxation time here for both teams. The tower's being focused down. Still Nigma wants that mid-tier 1. Got Blink on Mind Control, so they do have that snappy initiation form.
Valet, found by Nigma, the best tier 2 item. If you're playing 4, if you're playing 5, you pray that that item is gonna drop. Top lane, finger, easy kill.
Thanks down Kuroki. The strength of Arteezy, right? finds a catch, TPing straight back out, and he can move anywhere he wants on the map, really. Like, bottom lane, pretty open to him.
This type of move is something like that Jinkyu does quite a lot when, like, you kill an enemy safe lane tower, and then he just goes in and fishes for any kind of information, especially if they have limited catch. They need to bring 1 or 2 heroes. If he tanks a stun, maybe survives, and then the rest of the team can farm. Exactly what the KuroKy did there, and KuroKy is super farmed. He almost has a full Spirit Vessel 18 minutes in.
That's huge.
On top of Magic Wand.
Is there a main reason he's gone Spirit Vessel this game? Because we don't see the usual, you know, healing hero. There's no Bristleback, there's no Alchemist or anything.
It's still a valuable item. If you manage to get 2 charges in a team fight, another coil.
Yeah, catching RTW. Snowball towards him with a tag team, and RTZ arriving. They should have the damage there with the final silence to hold him in place while iceiceice. Sunray Burn, Supernova, and
He's
Arena.
fine with that.
He's got a hood going, he's got Morbid Manskin, he's got that cracked whip as well. Can't do anything.
I think they go Roche. Like right now, they use the Supernova. They have enough damage. The Nature's Prophet can TP with the tag team. Ravage still available. 20 seconds without him. The only big ulti they don't have is Coil. Coil just ruins
What's that
any
hook
kind of
shot?
Spirit. Shot it.
Yeah, Clockwork gets in, the Ravage out of iceiceice, still alive as the KuroKy Clockwork frontlining here, and Fly tries to dip back into the trees. There's an uncharge on him, so he will fall, but mind control stuck between evil geniuses. Mars falls as well. It's bought time for RTW to respawn, but still Nigma with no real teamfight ultis. They'll catch a 2-man change though. Arbed running low on mana, and Crit found out here as he tried to get some D-wards going. Snowball is just going to delay the inevitable heat death of Crit's Tusk.
He tried. He traps him, you know, shows him what he's made of, that he can still do things even before he's dying. Now Manta style on Morphling, not gonna be that easy to burst unless they get a jump line getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger, so that instant initiation is gonna be there. Morphling needs to be aware of that. iceiceice, he can still go down. Like even with the full pipe on him, it's still doable to burst him.
Yeah, it sure is. Wait, we see here, you know, it feels like EG have controlled this fight, getting some meaty pickoffs, but Nigma stopped them from doing Roshan.
Production loves iceiceice. Whenever he does something good, something bad, show his face. He's always smiling. Bit of a face palm there by ILTW.
Not too happy about his own performance so far. We'll see if they can pick it up here with a good hook shot. KuroKy gets on top of Fly. Mind control looking for the bonus targets. Cherry on top would have been iceiceice, but again, he's just too tanky to brawl with at this point under a tier 2 tower. And Nigma finally bringing everybody in. Finally the objective they've been wanting for the past 10 minutes.
Set of items. They want Blink Dagger on Puck to be able to get the first initiation. Also BKB about to be finished on Nature's Prophet. Full pipe on Tidehunter. Drums done on Tusk.
Yeah, it's kind of nice for them because we're thinking Nigma here, once we get to 20 to that 10-minute window, right? 20 to 30 minutes, we think Nigma's pretty strong with their first rounds of proper itemization. But with a Nature's Prophet, a Puck, and a Tidehunter, the teamfight capabilities of EG can weather any storm. It's going to come down to that map control. Prophet and Puck both thrive on. Every wave very likely going to be trending towards Nigma's side of the map, and that's going to open up towers, open up Roshan, and also give the possibility here for EG to have these smoke ganks to cut across the map. Incisive move from Crit. Smoke gets popped. High ground ward. In comes Arbed. Oh, the snowball save and roll away. Gets them out of the arena. And they go straight towards KuroKy. Arbed also diving in deep with the finger of death. They take down the Clockwork, and Fly will follow him into the grave. A 1-for-1 trade, but the Ravage. iceiceice is there. Mind control's low, and they picked up RTW. Evil Genies is coming and clear Nigma off the face of the map. OMC with a blink back or forward, but he's TPing home, and there's nothing to cancel.
Left now. I think they could go inside a pit right now. Thought they're gonna do it before. There is still 30 seconds with the ILTW. Without Phoenix, they go in, they get the nice snowball save. I don't know, Gary. I just, once again, love Tusk so much, especially since Mars was a super popular pick throughout this whole major, and EG brings it out in game number 2 elimination game. Are they still trying to defend? Hook shot available.
They want to come in. Arbed scouts mind control. Rocket flares in the pit. Look at that.
He knows where he's standing. He's got body blocked by RTZ.
They're still coming in here, though. I mean, RTZ gets the Aegis. Mind control dies, trying to steal that Aegis away from them. Unsuccessful in their attempts, though, Nigma. Lose another hero for 40 seconds. And that snowball save out of the arena. So very well done by Crit to actually go across towards Kuroki, set up the fight around Miracle, and then iceiceice is there with, what, the 3-man Ravage? That's exactly what he's saying, 3-man Ravage.
I got 3 of them.
And after that, it's just easy pickings. You land your spells, you catch them in your ultimates. Now it's basically just like them to death.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like, Nature's Prophet might be the best hero for Arteezy, because if he gets clipped, he can easily TP out, he can use Sprout to get off the cliffs. Is anyone buying a 4-step? They have a snowball save. Makes a lot of sense.
The counter cliff strat, and he's had enough of face behind, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Face behind spamming his face on top of cliff tops. No more nonsense. Arteezy is the king of the hill now. TPing up top. Immediate initiation from Fly. The Hex into stun, and Miracle just dies.
That Blink Dagger from Lion, you need to be aware of it. And once again, instant smoke. EG, they're playing the map so fast right now, showing the bottom lane, 2 heroes, smoking, TP rotating, iceiceice on the mid lane. Decided to go for Vlad's. It grants lifesteal, bonus damage, mana regeneration, a very costly item. I guess he just wanted to upgrade his Morbid Mask into something. Coil with
a little bit off the mark there.
Bedfuck is pretty consistent. Goes burb most of the times, you know, especially during the Singapore Major. This time around, whiffs it. Something that nothing to say. Kind of buys quite a lot as a second, sometimes second, sometimes third item in Eon Disc, where you don't die. Like, you get your spells off, you get the shift. With Eon Disc, there's still Deso queued up. Maybe they think more damage is needed. So we'll see.
We'll find out what direction he goes. Mind control. Trying to start a fight here. He's starting it. Kuroki follows through on it. Arteezy BKB's up, and they've got the arena going. Kuroki just immediately evaporates under the threat of EG. And with his Prophet BKB, they move forward. They go to your Scepter. GH Phoenix diving away. The shards won't catch him.
Oh, the overtime damage from the Witch Blade.
He has to supernova. He has to egg there. So now you spent arena, spent egg. Evil Geniuses still have Ravage Finger. They could maybe look for a jump.
They don't have a BKB on Nature's Prophet. That was very fast BKB, considering that he still has Aegis and can just respawn. Ravage was available to defend them. BKB still far away. 1,000 gold for Ember Spirit. Morphling also needs to finish off his. 300 gold away. This is the big timing on Nigma. 2 BKBs. You don't care about Lion. You don't care about Puck and the Ravage, but there are ways of resetting the fight with the classic Snowball. Buy a bit more time.
And you will start to care about this Arteezy Prophet. Assault Cuirass nearly finished, so he's really shifting into that physical right clicker. And what's next for him? Do we see the Satanic come out? I feel like that's the build that we've seen more prominently, is the Witchblade, Maelstrom, BKB, AC, Satanic.
Yeah, I feel like Satanic makes you much tankier. You get the 2-3 right clicks in a team fight that grants you another life. Puck decides to get the Deso. This is their timing. Like, they still have a minute and 15 seconds left on that Aegis. Arteezy out pushing the waves with the big ulti. If someone shows, the damage will connect.
Man, about a quarter of the HP of that tower already gone. EG standing around, waiting to see if Nigma wants to break back into this top ramp triangle area, but nothing coming.
Nature's Prophet super tanky. We already mentioned his strength gain, like overall stats gain, and now holding a Nether Shawl, 25 magic resistance, a better hood. You lose -3 armor, but right now you're sitting at 32, so you don't care too much about it. AC will make the whole team tankier against the Sleight of Fist, and also give them more attack speed to deal with the Phoenix Egg.
What's he got? He's got 34, guess what? There's like Aquila nearby, right? Yeah, Crit, I believe, holding that Ring of Aquila. He's got a bit more armor there coming for him. Medallion as well is going to amp up Arteezy. And like you were mentioning about 5 minutes ago, Crit really is now standing with the Nature's Prophet, making sure he's being bodyguarded. He can't be clipped, he can't be caught. The catch here from RTW though. Straight onto Fly with his fresh BKB. Gets a pick off.
is under
What can he
attack.
turn it into now, though? Nigma scrambling to find the bonus kills and a good hook shot. Kuroki catches out Crit. Snowball now towards the Ember, though. RTW punched into oblivion as Miracle with a BKB of his own. Turns into Arteezy, but the Prophet's too tanky. Arena zones them away. Mind Control, Miracle, Kuro on the run now. No ultimates left to be spent, and Arbit, Wing Rift Orbit. Back in towards the danger zone. He wants GH potentially here as iceiceice breaks the high ground, looking for the vision.
A bit limited on the catch, Fly. Forced to buy back, had enough gold. After you go on the line, you need to be careful. They use the BKBs, they use one big ulti. Like the Arena, you know that there's going to be a buyback for sure. Even though there's like not much to gain on the map, they can go for the towers, they can go for the Roche, but they still want to secure the fight. And that was such a nice play from Tusk. He managed to use the snowball and also blows up the Ember Spirit.
That's the perfect turnaround tool. As long as you can see that target you want to go on, you save yourself and go aggressive onto your opponents.
It's all about that efficiency. Crit. Getting the Elven Tunic. Very nice.
What was that for him? Full Solar Crest done as well. Arbed.
Evasion. Top of the Solar Crest, so he becomes super tanky.
Incredibly so. I've got so many of these aura items. You mentioned the Pipe Vlad's on the Tide now with a Blink Dagger. To be able to jump into these heroes, potentially catch them pre-BKB with a Ravage.
Even Arteezy going for Eon Disc next item. Like I tweeted a couple of days ago that in 7:30 the item's gonna get deleted or just like gonna get the dumpster fire nerfed.
It's got like double the cooldown on it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be. Hex initiation bottom.
Yeah, Flying moving in. There's a dive away from GH, but the coil catching Miracle, Morphling down, Mind Control with this Arena wants to force the fight, continuing on to kill off that fly-back Lion. iceiceice failing to contend with Mind Control, might have to just ravage him here, but the BKB ends. Perfect timing for iceiceice, allows RTD to open up and shred through Nigma. Miracle has fought back for this, but he won't be able to battle with EG, they've already retracted themselves from that bottom lane.
Fly with the nice Hex initiation, they get a kill, they surround him, dies in the end, but he does not care too much. And now they need to be very careful how Miracle approaches the next fight. Like they don't have that save, and maybe they can use a Sunray, that's it. What are you doing, Gary? What are you showing me with your fingers?
They're dropping the Arteezy spray, man.
Oh,
Just in the finger guns.
Oh, I'm watching my own screen. I'm watching the small details.
I'm watching the big picture.
I should be focused more on the memes, to be honest.
The look of disgust he gave me when I put the finger guns
I was like, what are you doing? Calm
You
down.
moron, what are you doing?
So Eon Disc finished on Nature's Prophet. He decided to go for the CDR. So that brings Eon Disc to 84 seconds, which makes a lot of sense. Lowers the cooldown on your BKB and lowers the cooldown on Witchblade.
Very nice. Roshan, 1.5 minutes until the big man returns to his dungeon dwelling.
They're not messing around. They assemble their Eon Disc, both Puck and him.
Eons assemble!
In case, you know, you misclick, something happens, you're not paying the attention, it's better. If you don't think in an elimination game, just assemble it.
You can have the flashy plays, but consistency is key. 14 to 23. Evil Geniuses with a pretty substantial lead.
Yeah,
Don't really have an objective to go for apart from mid-tier 2 right now, right? So they're just controlling waves and waiting for Roshan at this
yes,
point.
Roshan will respawn in 50 seconds. Ravage will be online. Coil for another BKB charge, so it goes down to 7
And a
seconds.
spear back on the chain's Tidehunter. They've done about
Show me
500 damage to him.
camera right now, because he's trolling.
He's laughing. He's laughing his head off. They've killed off Mind Control. The attempt on iceiceice's life does not pay off for Nigma. Dead for 60 seconds. That should be a really strong position from EG now to push in multiple lanes.
Do you remember the $1 million dream coil? And he just pops BKB, runs away, still dies. Also, Puck found Mindbreaker, another form of silencing people, so you could potentially like force a Yule Scepter, even a BKB.
Oh, the swap.
Yeah, that was so nicely done. I was about to say it. He puts it in the backpack, understands, and Abed
Chef's
easy.
kiss.
Abed has eyes all over the place.
He sees everything. He sees where all the runes are. He sees bot lane, top lane, mid lane, triangle.
This is why you assemble it. If you're fast enough to put it in your backpack while you see shotgun flying, not even a full shotgun. It's just a bullet that's thrown by the hand. Pretty much at this point, and they go inside the
too
pit.
much damage.
Ian, sorry, Aghanim Shard. She's plus Aegis.
And Roshan falls so quickly with a tank team. Like you were saying, the Roshan capabilities are
Solar Crest,
of
tank
PG.
team, drums. They gave Shard to Tusk.
Rocket Flare lands now, but everything's already been taken. So what do we have with... wait, is Tusk eating it? Has he handed it to someone else? Prophet.
He gave it to Prophet.
Well, that's going to help their push tremendously with the Greater Treants. We've seen Nigma struggle to clear out these waves somewhat. And when this net closes in on them, there's only one place for them to fight, and that's around their tier 3s and in their base. Doesn't feel like Nigma right now have any chance to smoke out. They're so far behind. And how are we looking on buybacks, Lakoff? Because I feel like this is potentially one of the last fights we have for Nigma.
This might be it. Like, they lose a fight. They could potentially lose the game without Morphling. They just don't have enough damage. ILTW. He has a Maelstrom. He has a BKB. 3,000 gold. So buyback is available for him, but I don't think he wants to use it. Like, he would definitely love to have this Aghanim Scepter for the next fight.
Yeah, some way to get in towards the Lion, the Tusk, even the Puck to some regards. Just catch people out, find that blow up on someone and force EG to have the disadvantage numbers-wise. But when the map gets so small for you here, your item progression, it does suffer. You would love to see, maybe Team Nigma have one hero out on the map somewhere, maybe cutting behind tier 3 towers.
Eon Disc, perfectly balanced item. We have one on Phoenix, one on Nature's Prophet, one on Puck, Lion going for one, and also Tusk has one queued up. Guys, just buy nullifiers and dispel it. It's that easy.
That's the plan. I think Arteezy also very effective there as well.
He is. He's keeping that Eon Disc. This is straight up efficiency. He wants to die first with the Aegis. Probably not even pop a BKB, then put it in. You have a BKB to defend yourself, and if you see you're dropping low, put the Eon Disc in.
Also back farming, like he TPs to Dire Ancients, pushes out this bot wave while the rest of his team's holding top triangle and pushing in that mid lane. So EG ready to go high ground again. Greater Treants there. Spear back on the Prophet. Mind control trying to set up on Arteezy, but iceiceice moving straight for GH. The Eon Disc popped as an arena. Thrown out from mind control.
They don't care about this arena.
No follow through whatsoever. They glyph up the tier 3 tower. Arteezy probably quite happy just to die there if it does happen.
No, don't die. He can just TP out. He cannot TP out.
The Spear does put mind control out in the open though. Arbed and iceiceice leaving the pick off. Arbed gonna get home shotted. Eon Disc pops out. He's gonna jaunt away from the supernova landing. GH doesn't crash down onto anybody, and Kuro trapped inside the Sprout. Arteezy returned, and they will lose Fly, then jive in from RTW, causing issues for the backline of EG. A double kill,
but the buyback
has to buy back in iceiceice with the Ravage. Destroys Miracle, no buyback on the Morphling, and RTW, he's being pummeled by Arteezy.
This might be it, Gary. I don't know if they can just straight up close out the game, because there will be some overtime damage. We can hear the screams in the background. Unfortunately, we did not have a crowd, but that feeling that you get from the players, just they're roaring when they're winning, and they go.
There's no answer. Nigma have no response to EG's aggression. Game 1, Game 2, completely out of their hands.
Oh man, EG played the